Question. Was British expansion in India the most important reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire? Explain your answer. 14 marks. Answer. The British East India Company (EIC) reached India in 1608 AD when the Mughal Empire was nearing its peak. The British had primarily come for trade in India. Initially, their trade benefited Indians too, but gradually the British began to enjoy monopoly on trade. With time, the money thus earned was used to manufacture more sophisticated weapons. Being the first beneficiary of the Industrial Revolution, they had developed modern weapons. Moreover, they were gifted with superior military skills. With this, they had a strong sense of success. The Mughals, on the other hand, did not excel in science and technology. Moreover, the traditional disunity among Indians was also exploited by the British. In the 18th century, many provinces had broken away from the central Mughal authority. Gradually, the British were able to keep their own armies and expand their influence over various Indian territories that were previously part of the Mughal Empire. Their major victories started decades after the death of Aurangzeb. They defeated the Indians in such major battles as Plassey in 1757, Buxar in 1764, and Mysore in 1799, greatly reduced the Mughal control over various strategic parts of India. However, there were many other reasons for the decline of the mighty Mughal rule. Rise of Maratha power also contributed to the Mughal decline. The Maratha Empire was founded by the ferocious Maratha commander Shivaji in 1670s. They defeated the Mughal army in 1737 outside Delhi. During the first 6 decades of the 18th century, they were the most powerful and established community in India that was ready to fill in the power vacuum created by the declining Mughal rule. Aurangzeb spent about 25 years in Deccan desperately trying to eliminate the Marathas. On his return, he found the state treasury almost empty, and this added to his difficulties. Historians also blame the prejudiced and intolerant policies of Aurangzeb, who adopted strict measures against the non-Muslims. He imposed the tax jizya on the non-Muslims that had earlier been abolished by Akbar. He also demolished a number of Hindu temples and adopted a harsh attitude towards the Sikhs. He banned many activities such as painting, music, drinking, gambling, and dance that had been part of the Indian culture and society. He also tried to ban the Hindu custom of sati, burning a widow alive on the cremation of a husband. In order to meet huge expenses of military campaigns, he imposed heavy taxes. As a result, his successors found it quite difficult to rule the empire. Weak successors of Aurangzeb fell victim to extravagant and luxurious lifestyles and paid little attention to the defense and consolidation of the empire. They became morally corrupt and comfort-loving and could not overcome the difficulties faced by various parts of the huge empire. This complacence is the usual result of continued successes of major empires, and the Mughals were no exception to this. Negligence of the weak led the Mughals into the state affairs, also contributing to the fall of the Mughal Empire. The Mughals did not have a declined law of succession. On the death of an emperor, the princes got engaged in conspiracies, intrigues, and making loyal groups that always led to regicides wars of succession. Success of a candidate often depended on the support he could get from the military and ministers. This caused a division of the army, and the state resources were wasted on mutual fights instead of public welfare and defense of the empire. Aurangzeb had divided the whole empire between his three sons in order to prevent a war of succession. However, the three princes began to fight, and eventually Prince Muslim established himself as emperor. Only after a few years, his four sons fought over the throne, but the victor Jahandar Shah was murdered within a year. So, in the 10 years after Aurangzeb's death, 12 different people claimed to be emperor at one time. This greatly established the huge Mughal Empire, and the British fully exploited this to establish themselves. It may be concluded that the British expansion played the decisive role in the decline of the Mughal rule. British outsmarted the Mughals in military, trade, politics, and social spheres of life. Their exploitative policies remained unnoticed by the Mughals until the British had established themselves in several parts of India.